Hello and welcome to Win Some Loosemore. My name is Dieter and you join me for Why I Like, and today I'm going to tell you why I like No Thanks. Now, No Thanks is a very small little game that you can take anywhere with you. It's just some cards, it's just some chips. Why don't I show you how it works and we'll come back and I'll tell you why I like No Thanks. So here I've set up the game for 4 players. Everybody starts with 11 of these little chips. It's fewer in higher player counts, but 11 in most of them. We have the deck of cards here. The deck of cards is just numbers ranging from 3 to 35, and before the game starts we shuffle that and remove 9 from the round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So they are gone from the game. So now we're taking a little bit of a risk on some of the information that we think we have. Also, these chips would be hidden. You tend to keep them in your hand so other players don't know what you've got. Very simple. We flip the top card. It's a 17. If you want the card on your turn, you take it. Let's say we're starting here. I want it, I would take it. I have now earned myself 17 points, but points are bad. You want the lowest score possible. So I'm not going to take that. And by not taking it, saying no thanks, I must pay one of my chips. Each chip is worth -1, so we start off in a good position, and every card we take adds to the points which we don't want. So this now is a more valuable card. It's now worth 16, which is better, but this person still doesn't want it. Still doesn't want it, still doesn't want it. 4 chips, no. Around again, around again. Actually, this person goes, there's 6 chips on it now. Yes, it's probably worth it for me. I will take it. And they get those 6 chips. They are now in a much better position. Number 30 comes up. Whoever took the last card goes again. Definitely not. Definitely not. And we go round again several times. I imagine a few people will say no to this, and eventually this person goes, that's a lot of chips. I will take that card with all those chips. And we flip over the next one. And so this continues, and that's basically it. If you have no chips, you must take the card. But for example, let's take now the 16. Let's say this is the card that was drawn. It is in this person's interest to take this card. Every consecutive number that you take now counts as the score for that card. So if they did take the 26, that currently, if my maths is correct, is 43. That's what they'd get minus the reds. So that's quite a high score. If they took this one as well, it doesn't go up by 16, but now down by 1. You can stack them. So this is now 42. Not great. But as the deck goes through and you get more and more, that would count towards it. If there are any, 18 would be worth nothing to them because they can tuck it behind. Actually, there aren't good ones for them, but that's okay. We wouldn't want there to be. But that's it. And then at the end of the round, once all the cards have been taken in one form, you count up the points that you have on your cards minus the number of chips, and the lowest score wins. And it really is as simple as that. So why do I like No Thanks? It's so fast, it's so simple. I've said before that I think this is just a game that everyone should own. Because it's so small, because it's so easy to teach and understand, even, you could present them as negative points and positive points, so you just go, it's like golf, you want the lowest points possible. These are worth points. These make it smaller. Cool, done. We flip a card. Do you want it? No, put a chip on it. You got any chips? No, we have to take the card then. Oh, okay. Or should you take the thing yet? It's just a really simple concept. The rules are just one sheet. That's all the rules. Nice and simple. The production is nothing much. It's just chips and a deck of cards in a box. But that's all it needs to be. Conceptually, this is very simple. In the way that it works, this is very simple. The rules say you get to kind of pick however many rounds you want to do. It recommends 4, but you can just play once if you want to, and that's it. Or you can do it as many times until you're bored of it. This could take 5 minutes, this could take half an hour, it's up to you. As a filler game, as something to introduce to people, as a thing to just have in your pocket most of the time, this isn't a brilliant game. This is just fantastic. It could be prettier, and I think a new version's coming out which will be prettier. That's okay though. It's just cards with numbers on. How pretty should it be? I don't know. A little hard to get hold of until that new thing comes out, but this goes from 3 players all the way up to 7 players, so pretty much any circumstance other than 2, and obviously 8. Obviously loads of situations, but typically you're going to be in a situation where you have that kind of player count. This is just in between playing bigger games, or people are just around, you've just had dinner or you're about to do dinner or whatever it is. You just go, oh, quick thing of this, and people go, yeah, all right, how's it work? Or if they know it, be like, oh yeah, cool, nice and easy, and you just play and you just have fun, and the choices aren't super deep and super complex. That's not what this is. This is just super light fun. And oh, I wanted that one. Oh, well, I've taken it because it had all the chips on. Do you gamble and try and push it round, see if everyone will put an extra chip on so it's more valuable even more to you? Like, having a high card early on is of course bad because points are bad, but you're then gambling a little bit. Are the consecutive numbers between it gonna show up? And actually I can make loads of chips from this, because no one, if I've got 29, no one's going to want that 27, so everyone's going to put chips on it. So I then gain a load of chips, take 27, hoping that the 28 pops up. Crucial to this game that those 9 cards are removed at the beginning. If all the cards were in, it would be less exciting probably. So the fact that they've cut those out is a clever little thing, because you're always kind of gambling on knowledge you don't have. And so it, as I say, not terribly deep, not that kind of thing, but just enough tension and interest to make this a good game of itself. But in terms of within a collection or not a collection, just a game to own, this is brilliant. That is why I like No Thanks. Thank you very much for watching. Another one of these videos will come out relatively soon. In the meantime, you can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. So do be sure to look it up, see what we are up to. I hope to see you again next time. I have been Dieter for Win Some, Lose More. Goodbye.